Hello everyone, in the previous video we looked at how you do your planning for your essay, and we looked at how to brainstorm or webbing your topic. But the topic or the essay that we were focusing on last week or on the previous video, we were looking at an essay that is based on the picture. So today we shall continue with the same kind of topic where we are working on the picture, writing an essay based on the picture. Now in this picture I came up with the topic or the title, which says, "Let us embrace our diversity as humanity." Now suppose you have a topic or a title which is in a question form. How do you start writing your essay? For example, in this very same essay or in this very same picture that I used in our previous video, today I'm going to come up with this different topic. Supposedly, should mixed marriages be encouraged? So now that title is in a question form, good people. What do you do? Now let me look at the introduction. You don't want to quickly say yes or no in your introduction. Remember that there are two most critical parts in the essay. The parts which are most quintessential, pivotal, so crucial, so important. Those parts are your introduction and your conclusion. Your introduction must set the tone for your entire essay. What do I mean by that? It must be capturing. It must be able to draw the attention of the reader. How do you do that? For example, in this topic that I've suggested today, if the topic is, should mixed marriages be encouraged? You don't want to say in your essay, in your first line, in your introduction, in your first line to say, yes, they must be encouraged, or no, I think they should not be encouraged, they must be discouraged. You do not want to say, no, they should not be discouraged. Now, first of all, just discuss the topic or the concept. Break down the concept. You can start by saying, you can start by defining or discussing or briefly elaborating on the concept of mixed marriages. You can explain what do we mean by mixed marriages. And then if you are going to go along with the idea that mixed marriages should be encouraged, you see nothing wrong in that. Don't start by saying that in the beginning, in the introduction. A good example of how to introduce such a topic is this one. Take a look at this one. It has always been said that, like a child, marriage is a gift from God. But does God put boundaries in terms of race when one decides to get married? For some people, interracial marriages are a taboo. On the other hand, they say, where there is love, there is a way. Now, another thing that you can do in your essay to be capturing is to use the idioms, your proverbs, your figures of speech, and quotations as we have stated in our previous video. Take a look at these quotations that you can or you may incorporate in this particular essay that talks about mixed marriages, and you'll see that these quotations or these proverbs are related to this topic. So folks, let me also state that when I look at this picture, then I assume that the white guy is the father to this black young boy on his shoulder, and therefore this boy, I assume when I look at the picture, alright, I assume that this young boy is born in a mixed marriage. Hence I have given my essay this title, Should Mixed Marriages Be Encouraged? Alright? Now, let's take a look at these proverbs and quotations that I have compiled here. And at the end, you will also tell me which one would you go with for this essay. So here are the 4 examples of quotations. Where there is love, there is life, by Mahatma Gandhi. A perfect marriage is not when the perfect couple comes together. It is when an imperfect couple learns to enjoy their differences, by Dave Mill. The heart has its own reasons, which reasons knows not, by Blaise Pascal. We are just 2 people. Not that much separates us. Not nearly as much as I'd thought, by Catherine Stockett. The proverbs are as follows, just only 2 examples of proverbs. Marriage teaches you to live alone. The second one is, marriage is a covered dish. Now friends, right there at the bottom on the comment section, you may indicate which quotation would you go with, or which quotations would you go with when you write this essay. And also, you may also indicate the proverb between these 2 proverbs. Which one would you like to incorporate in your essay? Friends, remember that the introduction is very pivotal. It must be attractive, it must be capturing, it must be interesting. But in other words, it must make the reader to want to read more, so that they want to hear you more deliberating or explaining on the topic that you're writing on. And now, finally, the conclusion. In the conclusion, you don't want to start a new discussion, but in the conclusion, you want to wrap up your essay. You conclude whatever you have said above. You just conclude the entire essay there. You do not introduce a new idea or start a new discussion or a new problem, but in the conclusion, you want to conclude your entire essay. And in the conclusion as well, you may use a quotation mark or a proverb or an idiom, so that you finish your essay with a high note. Friends, this was a second part of our essay lesson. Friends, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please do, and then you may press the like button. But today, in a very special way, I would like to ask you to press the notification button, so that each time you upload a new video, you will be notified. This is Hope English Tutorial. Until we meet next time.